Okay, so Over the Limit is done, and we did have a title change. The IC title, you're probably thinking, yeah, I remember that match being hyped. No, they actually began with a battle royal to decide who would get the challenge, either the US champ or the IC champ. And Christian won that. So Christian then later, of course, went on to face Cody Rhodes and became the new Intercontinental Champion. So I guess that now means Christian's going to hold that belt to help keep, the mid-card match alive. Then maybe Cody's now destined to go after either CM Punk or Sheamus, both of who retained. The Fatal 4-Way, pretty standard. The end of it ended up being just a finisher fest until Sheamus was able to secure a victory. The match between Daniel Bryan and Punk, about as solid as you'd expect it to be, with it coming down to Punk getting a pinning situation on Daniel Bryan while still being in the yes lock. You got the 3 count and then tapped out to it. Ironically, there actually is this older rule, because Roddy Piper brought this up in his DVD, that you actually can't pin your opponent while your opponent has you in an offensive move. It's actually a much older rule that has pretty much been thrown out. Tag belts, of course, Kofi saves the day for their team. Layla retained in a decent match, but she won clean, and the problem with that is then where do you go with that? So we're about to get through most of the matches already. Miz lost to Brodus Clay, and Camacho, the guy who rides the bike with Hunico, lost to Ryback. So now we're down to the main event match. It's pretty sad as I just blasted through like the other 8 matches relatively fast. Johnny versus Johnny. Laurinaitis, Cena. This was pretty much Cena beating the crap out of John Laurinaitis. Laurinaitis making his way to the back. And then, I know lots of people picked either Lesnar for the run-in or for Batista to make his re-debut. No, it was the recently fired Big Show. Knockout punch to Cena. 1, 2, 3, John Laurinaitis retains. And retains his job. So I guess now, while they're killing time between the Brock Lesnar Triple H match, they'll do a few between Show and Cena again. It's perplexing less than it is like, oh man, it was so awesome. But around the 9 matches, most of which were decent, But at least for the time being, you will get to hear more of John Laurinaitis, people power, and him having like a half an hour on both shows.